Apple 9.
Okay, I have no way of, because we're not doing this through the computer. I hope it shows you the chat on the other side. So how do you see the chat?
I wonder if I can turn it on my phone and see.
Or no, you can turn it on here. It should say live chat. Look at Britain.
Hi, Benny. Come up here with mommy.
So it's just gonna be a little delayed, that's all.
Okay. Say hi, everyone.
No chat yet. There we go. Okay. So the chat will pop up. Look at that.
Hi, Benny.
I'm kind of excited. That works way better if we do it this way.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be a little delayed, that's all.
Okay. Say hi, everyone.
No chat yet.
Nope.
There we go.
You're going bye-bye.
So it's going to be a delay because I need to turn that down so people don't hear that just in case. We just have to know it's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right. Yeah, it's almost fall.
It is almost fall. Today was like fall-like temperatures.
Today was the most fall-like temps we've had, I think.
Last night, going into today, was probably the nicest.
We had a fire pit last night. You guys were cold.
We did.
It was nice, though. Going to Smith & Wesson opening. We did not get tickets for that, but I want to go.
Yeah, weren't they kind of expensive?
No, I think they were only like 20 bucks.
Oh.
But all the money goes back to schools,
Oh,
which
I
was
thought it
really
might be
cool
cost.
that they did that. Because obviously those funds could go anywhere.
Yeah, to the local schools are always nice.
But to the local schools is pretty cool. So yeah, fall is upon us, I feel like.
I mean, it's still going to be a little warm the rest of the week.
Tennessee is sneaky, and I feel like there's definitely going to be some warm days in there.
Yeah.
That are going to sneak up on us, and they're not going to be like super fall-like, but it's still going to be warm.
It was cold this morning when I got up to go to the gym.
MJ cruising for slots. We still have this line on the TV, so we can't see them all. But sweet, glad you found them and you got some value out of them. Michelle said it was so cold this morning, ready for it. And that wasn't like, and it's so funny because it hits like 50s, upper 50s, low 60s.
Yeah.
And it starts to feel cold now. And then it's gonna like get to 30s in the morning and 20s in the morning, and then you'll be like,
Those will be cold.
I'm ready
But
for
they
spring.
also say we could have a cold.
Does anybody believe the
Farmer's Almanac.
Farmer's Almanac? Because that Farmer's Almanac is, I can't believe they still publish that thing.
Hey, I bought it twice.
And people buy it.
I mean, I haven't bought it since, but
Bryn, are you just freaking out that you see us on TV?
I think she's playing with her tail.
So we have the TV behind y'all. It's not mounted, it's kind of on the floor. But, and she watches it. And now she's
being crazy right now.
being crazy.
We just got home from dinner.
Does anybody have a dog and what is it, Bluey?
Bluey.
Have you put Bluey on for them? Because supposedly dogs love Bluey. I guess because everything's blue and dogs see blue and yellow best, right?
I did put on Bluey today, but I had my niece up here, so she was more entertained with my niece than the TV.
I want to see, because she actually watches.
She watches the
TV better than any of the dogs we've ever had.
Yeah.
Or at least she looks interested, let's say. And that's not like dog stuff. It's anything. It's news. It's whatever you want to call it. So.
She just likes the TV. But she also likes to go crazy.
You're just all over the place tonight, huh? What are you looking for? Are you looking for a F-35? Are you looking for a lost plane right now? Maybe you could find it.
She's probably looking for snacks from the other day.
Because our government can't find a plane. Actually, they did find the plane.
Just not where they thought it would be.
Just randomly, they logged in to find my, and they found my F-35. Just blown away. This is...
Are you sure they found the real one, or was it a toy one?
They said it was a debris field.
Mm.
A debris field consistent with an F-35. Just randomly.
Mm.
My Pekingese liked red. My dog doesn't watch TV anymore. 16 years old, doesn't see or hear too well. Yeah,
Bren's favorite dog toy that's a color would be her little yellow squeaks.
And they're yellow and blue. They're her absolute favorites.
She'll play with the red and pink every once in a while, but mostly yellow.
Dude, she is going nuts right now. No Bluey for our dog, but the kids and I watch it religiously. Such a great show.
I mean, I watched it today, but I'm not a kid.
How much worse is traffic in Maryville versus 4 years ago? It definitely is.
It's gotten bad.
It's picked up. I don't think it's bad.
It's not bad, but it's gotten worse, I guess, for the locals, they always say.
But you got to think,
But also think about how many kids that maybe moved here to go to UT, but in Knoxville they can't live in because it's too expensive, so they move this way.
Yeah.
And then they're all commuting down Alcoa Highway to go to school too.
But you also have to think of infrastructure. It's not set up for even a doubling of population.
No.
Just in a certain little area, because you have 411 comes up and turns into a 1-lane street basically, in between Brewster's, where it branches off to 129 and over to downtown Maryville. So there's a lot of little clogged congestion areas that are always going to be a problem.
321, I think, stays consistent to 2 lanes until Townsend.
And there's no way you're going to expand 411 through that little patch unless you took houses and...
They can't take into the school, so they're going to have to take the church down.
You'd have to go that way.
Considering the school's trying to make it bigger.
Yeah, and on both sides, you have church and school, so... Alcoa Highway was a bear 30 plus years ago. Yeah, Alcoa Highway is insane how busy. And it's the longest construction project I've ever seen, I think. It's crazy. This will be our first fall here, but it feels fantastic outside now. Looking to do our first fair this weekend. Have you been to Oaks Farm in Corrington? We haven't. That's one that's on our list though, right?
What one did we go to? I feel like we went to one in Corrington with the kids. We did. Is that not the one we went to with the kids and my sister? And we did the...
Is it? With the big... Let's see, you got a phone here. I don't have my phone because we're using it.
Is that the one we did?
Is it Oaks Farm?
We did one with the kids where we did the tractor ride and got our pumpkins.
Let's see. Oaks Farm. Is that the one that does...
They have the corn maze that they make it different.
It might be. Oaks Farm Corn Maze. It is. No. Is it? I don't know.
I feel like it sounds like it.
That sounds familiar. I know we went to one up that way. And it was hot as could be when we were picking pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah, and I think we all wore pants because we thought it was going to be cold. Your live chat is gone now.
Live chat goes away when no one's chatting. I think it just pops up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Oaks Farm that we've been to. I think that's one that was on our list, though. There's so many fun, little pumpkin patches, though.
We haven't even been to the one by our house. Maple Lane Corn Maze.
We haven't even been to Maple, no. I know, the Broken Shires are here. They're traveling from Phoenix. And it's 110, 115 in Phoenix. And they said this weather is absolutely fantastic. And this is... The best has yet to come. So, already starting to see some leaves change color.
We have tons of leaves falling off the trees in the yard because I have to mow the little dog area with a push mower to collect the leaves.
Which is interesting how the years go, depending on how hot it is going into September, and how September is either mild or if it stays warm. If you get the leaves changing color.
Yes.
Because I feel like if it's more, like I feel like our hot temps. Did we have any really in September? We didn't.
We did. We had one. I think it's on the news said 190 day. 90.
190-degree day. That's 90-degree days are fine though, because then it's not too much. Because then it's still warm right now, like to the 80s, and then dips off to the 50s, 60s at night. So it's enough to change the leaves slowly. Chris Young from Alabama, what's going on? Roll Tide. Roll Tide they
had a tough
they had
one.
a scary weekend. Not as scary as the Vols were, but
I was about to say.
Still should come out to land between the lakes. There's an 1850s working farm. That'd be cool to check out. Keep stopping at the donut shop and Miss Babs.
You have to come before 1 o'clock.
Just moved from Phoenix 3 months ago. Don't miss that heat. Winter may be a different story for us. It got cold in Phoenix. I mean, not
Depends on where you live.
Yeah, and not, if you went to Williams, now you're talking cold.
Flagstaff.
Williams, Flagstaff, like that's cold.
Remember when we did the pine cone drop?
Oh, the pine cone drop. That was so fun, though.
No.
It was fun.
If you ask your kids, they'll say no, it was way too cold.
I don't know. Humidity was thick this summer compared to last year.
I don't feel like it was any different than last year.
I feel like it was pretty consistent. There was a couple days where that heat gets up there and it's just, yeah. But I'll take, a handful of days like that versus you want to have some humidity go down a little bit further south. That's a little bit more disgusing. Like you get humid, you sweat for sure. There's no lying, no denying it.
No, you sweat.
But proud dad of a Marine leverage handle. Was wondering what you do for medical insurance. It's the same. There's almost all the same insurances out here that there is everywhere else. Blue Cross Blue Shield.
All your basic
there's
ones.
There's no Kaiser.
No,
right?
there is no Kaiser.
I don't know. Medical insurance is such like it's such a sore subject for everybody right now because I feel like even through employers,
it's so costly. It doesn't matter.
It's so costly. It is so expensive compared to how much you actually use it, right? Like, we don't use medical very often. Even with Taylor, we didn't use medical. It was because the school, like with your kid being an athlete, like it was kind of the school directed everything on far as like getting everything checked out and stuff. You don't use it for what you pay, which is insane. Same like car insurance.
I mean, there are cases of people needing their medical insurance, and when you have it or need it, it's great.
Like Evan said, seeing 103 at 2 a.m. was mind-boggling back in 2008 in Phoenix.
No,
but that's the norm. Like those nights where you go to like Vegas and you walk outside.
Yeah.
And it's 100-something degrees.
Someone wants a cookbook.
You should do a cookbook. You have so many good little things.
But the problem is my recipes are thrown in a cabinet and they're all just copied and they're like, there's no rhyme or reason for how they're put in the cabinet. They're just there. You have to dig through them to find them. If you want a specific recipe, shoot us a message and I'll send it to you.
I think that'd be a fantastic business opportunity for someone if they, because everyone prints recipes.
Yes.
Or saves them to their
Pinterest.
Them. Like, if you sent all of your stuff to a company and they took it and then they put it in
by dessert.
They put it in a cookbook for you and like organized your recipes for you.
You know who we could get to do it? Baylor has offered to organize them by categories.
Insurance seems like a scam sometimes. Isn't that the truth? Like our car insurance went up. And we don't have any accidents, no tickets. The girls are getting of age and they're fantastic. And I wrote them back. I'm like, what gives? And they're like, oh, it's just cost of everything. I'm like, well, your cost shouldn't be up if I'm doing good. Like, you should be on my side.
Exactly.
And giving me a discount. So, yeah, insurances. John Cordisco. Hey, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for $2. We got a super chat for $2.
No.
We had a time when we were getting super chats all the time when we used to actually YouTube and stuff. I feel so bad. YouTube had me thinking it was Tuesday for a minute. See?
It is
Tennessee
not
Tuesdays.
Tuesday. It is Monday.
I promise.
When we get on a better
on
schedule.
Babs's life, the podcast will be back. We will get on a routine. It's just extremely clunky for anyone that has kids that are at the high school, senior level, college level, trying to work a job. It's wild. It's wild to try to balance everything out, maintain a household, do everything properly, and go to the grocery store and spend $100 on barely any groceries and still make, bill payments. And like, life's just crazy. Like, I wish we could make money off of YouTube and do this all the time and just explore Tennessee and give all the cool tips and advice and fun stuff that we can do. But
and bills, we cannot do that.
It's just so hard to balance out right now. And there's some fantastic YouTube channels out there that cover Tennessee and do a lot of cool stuff. So they have plenty of info for y'all. But then also, again, too, there's like so much of it that in the 5 years now, I've been exposed to people that have come here and have totally embraced it, kind of like we did. And then there were people that came here and were like, hey, we watch your channel, like, we totally love it, like, we love this area. But then it's like, you definitely see the California ways, like I don't know, just the stuff that doesn't align with how the state is and what made the state so great, kind of coming out. And that kind of deters me from wanting to make more content about Tennessee.
Yeah, because you don't want more people that don't.
Because I love the state. I love exploring and exposing everything the state has to offer, because I think everyone should know about it. And there's so many, like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, Kentucky, all have amazing things. But it sucks that we get lumped into that thing of like, hey, like, you shouldn't make videos because people are moving here, and I know people are going to move here regardless, but,
I do think we have a United Grocery Outlet, not in Maryville.
Do y'all have United Grocery Outlet?
I think there is one, but it's not close.
United Grocery Outlet? Where would that be?
I think there's one on Chapman Highway, but it's not close to us.
Huh. I haven't heard of it.
I'm pretty sure there's one on Chapman Highway.
It doesn't... We can go to Sam's Club, we can go to Costco,
Aldi,
Kroger, Lenore, we can go to Ingles, Aldi, Walmart. It doesn't matter. Like, you can try to... Like, we were just comparing Pop-Tarts or something, right?
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts.
And they're all pretty much the same price. It doesn't matter where.
$4 for a 16-pack of Pop-Tarts. Yeah. And it was pretty even across the board. We're not Pop-Tart people, but the kids are, right? Like, we don't buy a bunch of junk food and stuff, but I like to buy snacks and just stuff for the kids when they're running out to school or running, whatever. Like, if it's Pop-Tarts, it's Pop-Tarts, fine. But $4 for 16 Pop-Tarts is just insane.
That is crazy.
Cereal, like going down the cereal aisle.
We don't buy cereal either.
The cereal aisle is crazy right now. What a box of cereal costs, and they've gotten smaller, I've noticed.
Or it's like buying a bag of chips. It's all air and like this much chip.
It's so frustrating.
Yes, they did put a Publix at the Foothills Mall. It is not currently open. It opens in October.
Oh, Cindy said they put a Publix in Foothills. I'm kind of excited for Publix because Publix has great cakes. They have fantastic bread.
Their homemade bread is good.
I'm kind of excited just to have something different because
And they have some more like specialty items that you sometimes can't get at a local grocery store.
That's so funny. Evan said the only California thing that stuck to me after moving here was his driving style. We were just talking about driving
when we went to dinner.
Love Aldi. Rooting Browns or Steelers tonight. Careful, there's only one right answer. Go Big Orange.
We don't care either way.
It's so funny. Like, I don't care about the NFL, except I do watch Eagles games now just because Baylor's an Eagles fan. But, I mean, the whole
NFL.
The whole NFL thing is just interesting because it's so commercialized. It's kind of fun to watch. Like,
I just think they're overpaid athletes that are whiny.
Dang, Pabs, they're whiny now, huh?
I mean, they're getting paid so much money, so they could either play to win or they can play to lose.
That's why I like college, because you're not getting paid yet. Which NIL deals are still like you're still not getting paid, but
college they play because they love this sport.
Because you want to get to that next level. And they want to get to the next level to get paid.
NFL is just playing because they're making a paycheck, regardless of how well they do or don't do.
That's true.
Sorry, everyone.
I mean, I do like watching like the Aaron Rodgers thing though, and like.
Yeah, who's gonna take over for quarterback for him?
They said Randall Cobb or something, right?
They said like a defensive line or something.
Something like that. They have good chili at Publix. We'll have to check that out. That's something else that's big out here too. Is in most of the stores is those like salad bars, hot bars.
Yes.
Where you can actually go get like a meal. Like if you want to go to lunch.
Almost. Well, Kroger's has it. Publix has it. Ingles has it. I don't know about like Food City or Food Lion if those ones have them.
I'm with Babs whiny.
See, someone's with me.
Best place to get homemade bread and other healthy food is local Mennonite stores. We don't have any local ones right here, right? Crossville is one. That's one thing I said somebody could make a killing at here is if they opened up a bread store.
A bakery.
Because nobody has like a bakery with like fresh breads and stuff.
Sourdough or French bread. There's
you could just walk in and you're like, we need sourdough today.
Like we had by our house in California, we had Tom's Farms, if anyone knows what that is. You could go in there and get fresh sourdough or fresh French bread. It was always hot.
Hey.
Sorry for the dogs barking. These two don't like each other.
Babs telling it like it is. Chino Hills, what's going on? How's, what is that one restaurant we used to go to in Chino Hills? I can't think of it.
Tropical?
No.
Well, that's in Chino.
That's in Chino.
In Chino Hills?
Yeah. I can't think of it right now.
A restaurant in Chino Hills.
Best bread I've had so far is herb flatbread at Teleco Bakery.
Have not heard of
Check
that.
Check that out. Sevierville Buc-ee's. I think the car wash is opening soon, right? Somebody said on here.
Yes.
Buc-ee's
is always great.
Food City has a salad bar.
See, Tropicals is awesome. My aunt's favorite restaurant.
Tropical is awesome. Dude, they used to eat there all the time.
Well, it was like a mile from their house.
There's a Mennonite store on Bulls Gap, probably closest to her. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. Teleco Bakery is to die for. We need to check out Teleco Bakery.
Make a note.
You're the one with the phone.
Oh, I don't.
You gotta make the notes here.
Yeah.
We gotta check that out. Tropical, man, they used to eat tropical multiple times a week, right?
That was like our go-to place.
We go there at least once or twice a month. I can't think of what that restaurant is I'm thinking of. I have a brain fart. But, so yeah. Fall, what else comes with fall? Lots of outdoor, like, events around here. Grains and Grits is coming up, right? It's in November, though. November-ish, usually. Probably sold out. Usually is. I know a big spot is all the whiskey distilleries. Kentucky,
Yeah.
mobbed.
All the time.
It's hard to get into those ones for tours and whatnot, just because the weather is so perfect. And
But go up to Asheville. There are so many breweries in Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville's great.
Like you could spend a weekend doing brewery hopping.
If you saw the last vlog, we went to North Carolina for apple picking, Justice Orchard, fantastic place to go. It gets better as you get into September, October. But the next vlog, which I haven't finished yet, will be the breweries. Sierra Nevada, Bold Rock. There's just a handful of breweries over there, and it's a fun place to go, spend the night, make a day trip out of it or something.
Sierra Nevada is a great one. They have a huge outdoor area for kids.
Gorgeous area. Lots of fun stuff. Plus you got what is it, Biltmore?
Yes.
Biltmore you can go check out, and then obviously you've got Foothills Parkway that you can start driving in October once the leaves start changing. Yep. Blue Ridge Mountain Parkway.
I think these dogs are just tormenting each other.
I think they are. I think they know and they want to kind of mess with each other.
Brandon is definitely the one that likes to mess with Morgan.
Hey.
Brandy, leave her alone.
Calm down.
Come here.
Come here.
Up here. You get up here.
You could be the star of the show. You sit right there. Look pretty, okay? Who's the guy on your shirt?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash mugshot. Says country music is dead, because country music is pretty much dead. There's nobody out there making original country music. It's all trash. It's all pop. It's all recycled junk.
Do you see yourself on TV?
I don't know if she's looking at herself or at Morgan. Which is a bummer, because I love Nashville. We love country music. But there's a lot of small artists which are kind of cool, writing their own stuff, trying to keep it country. So it's kind of exciting because there's still stuff out there. It just doesn't get the mainstream attention like it should. Crossville, what's going on? Country died in the early 2000s. That's probably a true statement. It's kind of when it turned poppy. I feel like it's pretty good when it started to change, I'd say.
Probably.
Rascal Flatts, like all those bands came in and kind of changed everything. Megan Maroney is still doing it old school though.
Hey,
She's still oh, now she sees the TV. Look at it, she sees herself. I wish you guys could see this. How funny. She was not happy with herself on TV. See
no.
that? Did we ask her permission?
Probably not.
Are you supposed to ask permission for kids and stuff? They could be on TV now. She's thinking she is sitting on your lap. How is it that you're on TV? I wonder what dogs must think. They must look at that like, wait a sec.
Probably. She's crazy.
Does she even recognize that's her, though? You know?
I doubt it.
Like, she sees us, probably. But doesn't know what she looks like.
Someone said something on October 28th.
Heritage Center in Townsend has some fall events. Right, so I think that's where Grains and Grits is, right?
Yes, Heritage
October
Center.
28th, Mountain Makins in Morristown. What else is there? Doesn't Maryville College do a big fall festival?
Like
craft?
A craft one, I think.
A craft thing?
I think.
I don't know. People don't like Maryville College now, though, because of the whole drag show thing. I don't know. The whole cancel culture woke thing, I'm so done with. So over it, especially with this whole Oliver Anthony thing and Cotton Eye Joe. And just, it's wild.
When he comes on the radio, I change it.
Yeah, I'm so over the Oliver Anthony guy. Like the song, loved it when it first came out too. It was great. Cool, someone was pushing back, but you realize it's all the same song and dance from that industry. And enough about that. I'll get on a wild tangent if I keep going. Sam, are you in East Tennessee? New follower looking to move to Tennessee. We're in East Tennessee. We're in outside of Maryville, that area. House prices in Tennessee.
I don't even know what they are.
I don't even know where they're at right now. I know they've dropped a lot because people can't get loans just because of interest rates. Be a good follow-up video, maybe with Taylor Cagley or Mandy. Be a good follow-up video, just kind of see where things are at. Foothills Quilters of Blount County is having their quilt show this weekend. That's so big, the quilts out here. I've seen some crazy quilts.
Someone's got a quilt.
Like that's some serious patience and talents.
It's not going to be me.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't know. Chattanooga has a big food truck festival at the end of the month. I wonder if Mel is doing that with Taco Mel. She probably is, if it's food truck, right?
Well, she doesn't have a food truck, though.
Well, I think you can do it without it. You don't have to have a truck. You just have to... I know they've given her a ton of pushback just because she's not official.
Well,
but she has some of the best food. They haven't dropped a lot in Chattanooga area. I looked almost every other day. Yeah, I feel like the cities are probably still carrying pretty good price.
Probably.
But more of like the people that were... There were a lot of people, I think, in the last 2 years that were selling just to sell.
Yeah.
Because they could get money, right? And it made sense to. Maybe if they weren't in love with the property or didn't want to stay there forever. Okay. Attack dogs are out. Why is everyone moving to Nashville? Because there is so much work there and development, and if I could tell anyone anything, I would say stay away from Nashville.
Yes, I definitely wouldn't move to
Nashville is insane how much growth there is right now and building going on, and that city is just going to become a disaster the way it's exploding right now. Even outside Gallatin to Mount Juliet to any of the surrounding areas, it's going to get so bad. You can just see the precursor. It's mini California, and I'm sure Tennessee will follow, but as a whole, looking in Saudi Daisy area, that's where our daughter lives. Cute little town by the water. It is. That's a good little area. Nastyville.
I mean, downtown is pretty nasty. Depends.
You notice any changes in real estate market? Are prices coming down yet? I mean, they are around the area. Out in the rural parts, they are. Just because there are people that normally would be looking to sell.
You know who you should do a real estate video with? Is Yaya.
She does more commercial, though, I think.
No, she does regular, too.
Does she?
Yeah, it would just be funny to have
That'd be a funny
pictures
one to do with.
of Grandma.
Yeah.
Because she kind of tells it how it is.
Yeah. There's a few houses in Maryville, but not a lot of land. Yep. And that's
it.
It's the
Well, 'cause
trade-off
most
if you
people-
want land or not.
Most people want to live in the city, Maryville City, because the schools are better in Maryville City
Mm-hmm.
than they are in the county. So that's why the city is getting so... Everyone buys in the city so their kids can go to the better schools.
But not everybody wants land, though, either. You know, and I've been to... we were doing some pools at some fantastic houses in Knoxville, like South Knox. Houses are gorgeous, 3/4 of an acre to an acre, 600,000. Gorgeous place, you know, but it just depends. If you want to live in a neighborhood and you want to have, you know,
I don't think I'll ever
everything that goes along with it,
go
sure.
back to living in a neighborhood.
But that's you know, and you want this. Like, but there's some people that like the neighborhood. They like the structure. They like all that stuff, you know. And it's out there. It's just, I don't know, it's tough. Home searching right now is horrible. We can't find anything to fit our needs. So we bought a small piece of land in Powell, but home building is just as bad as existing homes. Sucks out there right now. It does. Everything does.
Everything's
I mean,
expensive.
what did I say the minute we walked into Home Depot?
That the plywood went back up.
OSB. OSB was back to $20 a sheet, I think, and it was
Something like that.
$11 last month or so when Babs and I were in there last. And I tell her that's the best read on where the economy is you watch OSB plywood, because it's absolute crap. It's junk. It's this stuff that it takes nothing to make it, and it's back to $20 a sheet. I think it was at 45 during the vid. So that's a good gauge of seeing where things are. Nashville has jobs, which is why people are moving there. Major companies, Oracle, Amazon, are moving in as well. Yep, exactly. It's just there's so much work. Brittany, let me see that ball.
I want to go pet her.
I do Franklin and commute if I could afford it. Favorite city ever. Yep. Franklin's like little Southern California, basically. Gorgeous area though, and there's tons of history involved with it too, which is cool. No city for me. By the way, what's up with the contractors? So hard to find anyone who shows up or even calls back. That's what I tell everybody. Said if you are a resident that is looking to move to Tennessee, and you've got a skill, and you've always worked for somebody, and you've thought about going out on your own, or you're somebody that has gone out on their own and just wants to continue your business, you can make a killing out here. You can flourish. You have work to your heart's content out here, because no one will call back. No one will show up. There's no rush to work. There's no priority to work. Nothing. So if you have any sort of work ethic, you can make a killing. HVAC, be fantastic. You can make a killing. That's why I tell every kid, every boy that's 18 at high school, doesn't know what he wants to do, go to a trade school, learn a trade. Electrician, plumbing, HVAC, whatever you want. You'll be set.
There's a local electrician company right down the road from Richie Cream that you can go there and get a apprenticeship.
Yep. Hi from Calhoun, Georgia. Hey, Bucky's. So I'm talking about. I know how Calhoun is. Both seem like you've lived here in the South all your life. And that's what's funny. It's like, I feel like, and that's what I was saying earlier, is there's the people that move here and kind of like, they're like, oh yeah, we want red state, we want this, and this. And then it slowly, you start to see them change back into that way. There's only a handful that fully embrace it and kind of give you that feeling like they're proud to be here and want to keep it the way it is. So I love hearing that. That's a compliment. Thank you so much. It's one of my favorite things to hear because it knows I'm doing something right. Nashville is horrible now. Nothing like it. Like I remember it. Knoxville, so much better. East Tennessee in general is the way to go. That's absolute fact. I saw something that said Johnson City blowing up. I don't think Johnson City is. Maybe if you get, it definitely is growing.
It's growing.
But anywhere along 81 is gonna kind of explode, I think, and grow.
Yeah.
Especially with Grandpap.
And then it's casino.
Paying all the taxes. His casino trips. Yeah, there's not enough tradesmen here. Like, we have some guys at work. Like, you make fantastic money coming and work. If you know just basic plumbing, electric, or tile, or anything about pools, you can make a decent living out here. Cannot find anybody.
You can make a decent living if you want to work and actually show up to work and work hard.
Work is the, key word there.
Yeah.
It's a scary word for a lot of people. Especially after the vid. That kind of destroyed everything. When we realized we could just stay home.
Well, and the younger population, like our kids' age, they all think they're entitled to tell you when they're going to work, what they want to be paid.
Not our kids.
No, not our kids, but that younger population, like their age, thinks they're entitled to say, I'm going to work this day or this day, but I don't want to work this day and this day.
And what's crazy is there's
employers that give
accommodate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, we'll do it. But you get up against the wall and you can't hire anybody, so you have to do something.
And you don't get quality workers because these kids are like, we'll do what we have to do, and that's about it.
Yeah. It's
We had a kid that called in because he had a backache. No, sorry, his sciatica was bothering him. I was like, if my kid did that, I would probably whoop their butt and be like, go to work.
I mean, there's stuff you can work through.
That
There's
you
stuff
can
you
work
do
through.
have to call out for, sure.
Yeah, if you're sick and throwing up.
I mean, I don't know. Just this world we're in right now. So, my daughter's house is taken apart from a bunch of problems. Even the insurance company doesn't want to get back to it with everything torn up. Yeah. They're in no rush. Balance between working conditions, pay, and work ethic. The work ethic is a big one, I think.
Yeah.
Because ethic is hard to find.
Yes.
Pride is hard to find in your work. Right?
Yes.
If you find someone that's prideful in the work that they do, you see it even with the kids refs at soccer. Is that what the flashing lights are? Babs with the truth. The entitlement is getting out of hand. The laziness, spoiledness is real. Yep. And I don't know. We've done our best as parents not to raise children that feel entitled to stuff, you know?
No.
Both of our girls have had jobs. They both go to school.
Mackenzie,
Taylor will be going to school.
Mackenzie goes to college full time and works 2 to 3 days a week.
Hard to be proud of a company that doesn't value the employee. So I can see where that comes from as well. That's a true statement too.
Yeah.
So if your employer doesn't appreciate you, recognize you, or, you know, make you feel like your work is needed or valued.
Yeah.
Like if you don't feel valuable to that company, it's hard to want to go to work every day and swing the bat, you know. I see Knoxville's rent is super high due to lack of inventory, but heard they're building fast. They actually are, because Cumberland has been destroyed and is all just being built from the ground up.
But they're building that for the college. Apartments, parking.
Employers got real used to taking advantage of employees in recent decades, and newer employees, kids, are using these. Exactly. It's a recipe for disaster. And I don't know how you fix it. I don't know, that's above my pay grade. This whole world is above my pay grade, I feel like. I try to do everything for our kids, and it's like everything around them pushes the other way.
But I also think bosses can't, like, they have to walk a thin line of how they talk to people.
Yep.
Like.
Well, now you have to be worried about someone suing you too. And,
yeah.
You know, there's something very satisfying about a hard day's work. Feeling accomplished each day. Work ethic is huge. Exactly. And even when we were just working in the yard, like building the fence, it felt good at the end of the day to see what you built and like know that you built that and like you accomplished something in your day.
It doesn't feel good at the end of the day mowing the lawn and knowing it's mowed, because it's just grass gets everywhere. My allergies drive me nuts.
But
I
mowing
get dirty.
season's almost done. Speaking of fall,
I know.
There aren't going to be very many mows
I probably have
left.
like 2 more Mondays of mowing left.
Probably 2 more mows is my guess. It really falls off right now. Like it starts to fall off. And then you get excited because
unless we get like
done.
Rain and then we get a few warm days, then I'll probably mow longer.
But you get exciting mowing is done, but then what's around the corner?
Then it's leaf season. And that's even worse.
I think leaf season is worse.
I think leaf season is going to be so bad this year because of the fenced-in area, and we have to pick up the leaves to get rid of them.
See, but leaf blowing raking season is coming. It is.
I can't blow the leaves out of the yard though.
But that's the problem.
They'll be stuck
when
in the
you
fence.
mow, you cut the grass. And even if you have dead grass, like it still kind of mulches and blends into the landscape. It disappears.
Yeah.
Leaves don't disappear.
No. And I can't mow and like mulch them up in here because it'll just be everywhere.
It'll be everywhere.
And then I'll be mad because Brent will eat them.
It's more the management treatment of employees, not so much the owners. It's true, but it's on the owners to be involved, and they're firsthand people that are going, and running the show, management being it's a trickle down thing, right? It starts from top to the bottom, right?
Yeah,
So
but
it's
even
all
like managers I have seen, sometimes they just are like, well, they're younger kids. They just, just let them play on their phones or do whatever they want.
been doing good with your daughters. Thank you very much. Appreciate that one. How is Grandpap? Grandpap
Oh,
is
he's a hot
Grandpap.
mess.
Speaking of which, if you're on Instagram, go to my Instagram, to my story. There is a call for action on there.
We cannot talk about it on
Can't
here.
talk about it, but it's on Instagram. Okay? So if you want to help out Granddad and some other awesome veterans, check that out. They sell a leaf mulching kit for my mower, but it's way too expensive. Like half the cost of the mower. Yeah, the leaf mulching kits are crazy. Just go over your leaves and back up. When you back up, when you mow over them and mow backwards over them, it mulches.
See, the little lawnmower I use does not mulch leaves very well.
So it's a good hack on mulching. Just run them over and then roll back over them, and then you will mulch.
But that lawnmower is so goofy.
Grandpap is going to DC in 2 weeks.
Yes.
October 5th. It's a huge thing. They leave Knoxville Airport. They come back to Knoxville at like 7 o'clock, and they do a homecoming thing.
Yes.
So if y'all are local, we'll do a video before this.
So Washington, D.C. is October 4th.
4th, okay.
It is a Wednesday.
So we'll do a video before it, but they line the airport, like the terminal, when they come back, and it's all the public lining it, and when they come off the plane and walk back through, it's like their welcome home that they never got, and it's the most heartwarming thing you'll ever see. So if anyone's local.
Taylor will be with him.
Yep.
So our plan is to sit there with maybe the GoPro to document some of it.
Yeah.
They will document the day, but I think if Taylor can document Grandpa more specifically, I think that'll be fantastic.
Yeah. It'll be fun. It'll be a whole thing. So
I'm sure he'll cry.
We'll definitely cover it. But yeah, go to Instagram, check out the story, because there's a call to action there.
Could we do like a live Facebook thing from there? You'd have to just hold your phone. Be like live.
From the airport?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. Totally. Figure out something. You could do the GoPro.
Oh, yeah.
I could put the...
Yeah, but if she has your GoPro, you're not going to be able to unless you get it back from her.
True. We'll figure something
She needs
out.
something to be able to document that day.
Oh yeah, we'll figure out she could document it. So
she can't take your camera. That's a little too big.
All right, 8:30.
I've got to get off to bed to go to work tomorrow. I'm an old lady. I like to be in bed by like 8:30.
I'll stay up probably till 10, 11 editing. So
that's not.
I gotta catch everybody up with YouTube videos and stuff. Folks.
If I stay up that late, I'll be grumpy.
We gotta stay busy. You know.
Anyways, I like my beauty sleep.
Thank y'all for being here with us on a Monday night, just chatting. It's fun to chat with everybody and answer questions if we can, talk about stuff. It's fun.
And we need to go lock up our chickens before they get eaten.
It's fun just having conversations. Like, I like talking to people, so I love hearing stories from other people. I love, sharing experiences, and it's fun, so that's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Monday night.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, it's Monday, huh?
Yeah. I know it's Monday because I have Mondays off.
It didn't feel like a Monday, though. Mondays used to be such a drag, and I don't know. Let us know his timeline at the airport. I will. I'll definitely keep y'all posted on all of that. We'll do a whole video on it. We'll do a Sunday stories with Grandpap this weekend. I'm going to make myself. I'm going to set alarms. We'll do it.
He just asked about Sunday stories.
Because they just had their
meeting last Saturday.
Everything going on meeting. So 8:30 p.m. is the latest.
Exactly. Yep.
Look at you. It's 8:30. You better be in bed.
I know. I got to go to bed.
All right. That is it, y'all. Thank you for being here.
Okay, this is trying to get out the door. But there's no lights on and I don't want her out.